Alright, I figure I will do one more video, although this might not be as long as the last one. So I'm not really sure what I want to do next. Follow your ambition, the Song of the Sky. The Song of the Sky looms in your mind, an unfinished monument. We'll do that in a moment. I feel like the first thing we should do is explore the city, right? Like, we're here in New Winchester. We should take a look around. So this is the smoggy, clinking, singing, stamping, thronging, frantic heart of the Reach. An ever-expanding port of soot-smudged glass and bright steel, spilling across a drifting, mist-wrapped archipelago. Let's take a look. I just read that. Its factories thunder, its engine sheds ring with hammers and hiss with steam. Locomotives chug into sidings for repair or flare across the sky and away into the high wilderness. So, we can learn about trading. Successful skyfarers fund their expeditions by dabbling in trade. Inquire whether there are any good trading opportunities available. Porter at the station advises you to visit the nearby pub. The promise of days and talk to the seasoned captains there. They keep their ears to the ground. They'll know about an opportunity or two. Visiting the Promise of Days is one of the options when exploring the city. Okay, great. So we should go to, respond to a distress call. A group of concerned tactees, visit the Promise of Days. Okay, we'll do this in order. Are looking for a skyfaring captain to assist them in retrieving a missing friend. Captain, a broad-shouldered tackety, speaks for the group. Don't know what a tackety is. A friend of ours, there are protests. An acquaintance of ours has sent a message from Hybris. She needs transport back to New Winchester. Would you mind picking her up if you happen to go out that way? She's a filmmaker, goes by Madame Lumiere. She said she'd never return, so I have to assume she's taken ill. It'd be good to make sure she gets back safely. Hybris lies to the southeast of New Winchester. So I know that was really goofy. That probably didn't look like southeast on the camera because I believe it's it's mirrored. Anyways, Hybris lies to okay, I read that. So you've been asked. I need to write that down because I don't know if it tells me in this game, but in the last game it sure as heck didn't, and then I would immediately forget. So southeast. All right, I have paper on my desk for exactly this reason. So let's go ahead and visit the Winchester War. Oh, there's a war going on. Well, that sounds fine. Old pistons gleam on the walls. The shelves are crowded with mementos from across the sky. The clientele raise their voices to be heard above the comforting clamor of the adjacent engine yards. You may find helpful advice. Introduce yourself to the seasoned captains. They are always happy to offer words of advice, sometimes many words. Four are gathered at their usual table. The masked citizen, a libertine, polymath, and pioneer of the neo-nocturnal artistic school. The Bedevilled didact, a scholar haunted by her discoveries. The plucky baroness, explorer, collector, philatelist. And spatchcocker, Meg, who hunts monsters. I like Meg. Of course, everything out here is jolly dangerous, says the baroness. Few risk the skies, so news of distant ports is valuable. Collect port reports from the places you visit and deliver them to Victory Hall or Company House. The more you turn it at once, the more they'll pay. Look for other opportunities on the way, whispers the masked citizen. Passengers who want transport, rich men in need of bloody work, etc. Alright, neat. Ask them how to make your fortune through trade. Between them, they've carried Navarretine gemstones from Eleutheria, souls to the Blue Kingdom, and raw hours to London. See, this is like so cool. Like, what does that mean? I love the way that it's phrased. It's so like prosy. Anyways, I'm sorry. Learn about trade. Ah, the didact says, fiddling with his innumerable talismans. An essential topic. Meg slides you a stool, and the captains shuffle around to make room. The masked citizen buys you a drink of their own invention. It is violet and foggy. Questionable. The plucky baroness gives you a brisk, encouraging grin. Ask away. About the markets. How can you buy and sell goods? Tell me all the things. You can sell practically anything at a big trade hub like New Winchester, the baroness answers. If you want to buy, though, you'll need to travel to more distant ports. Each specializes in a particular export. Meg spits chewing tobacco onto the floor. No money in buying at market prices and selling at them too, though. You want to look for bargains or prospects of people offering better money. Buy cheap, sell dear. You can sell but not buy any trade good. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Ask about prospects. The masked citizen sips their drink. The biggest port in each region has a bazaar where captains do business. There you'll learn of people at other ports prepared to pay over the odds for a commodity. When you accept the commission for a prospect, it's yours. No other captain will pursue it. It's all fantastically civilized. The smile is a drawl. You'll have to source the goods yourself, of course, says the bedeviled didact. Find a port that exports them. The client will want a certain amount. You can supply some or all of it. But if you provide all they need, they may furnish you with an additional reward. I like this. They're all so characteristic. A trading opportunity. Ask them if they know a good prospect available. Okay, so that's going to move us along. So let's ask about, well, I think we can assume we know about bargains. Ask how to expand the prospects and bargains available. To learn about affiliations and the opportunities they present. Okay, that seems important. Meg laughs. A noise like a sneeze crossed with a ricochet. It ain't you who is. Wait, it ain't who you is. It's who you know, innit? Nepotism. I think I almost got that accent. She taps her broken nose. Quite, the masked citizen remarks. The wider your circles, the more advantageous the opportunities that will present themselves. A wise captain makes the most of them. As your captain increases in level, your affiliations increase. Academy, Bohemia, Establishment, and Villainy. So we are affiliated with Establishment from earlier. They will unlock new, more rewarding bargains and prospects. Nifty. Okay. Well, let's grab a trading opportunity. The host at Magdalen's needs an urgent delivery of seeds, paying a pretty penny too. If I were you, I'd get to the bazaar straight away, put my mark against it. Meg grunts. Broker in Port Avon is selling cheap seeds. Chirpy chap, God knows why. His face looks like it's been pushed through a mangle. An opportunity. Port Avon lies to the north of... Jays. Alright, I don't remember what was to the southeast, but I gotta go that way. Avon... Right, Avon lies to the north. What was to the southeast? Well, I wrote southeast and I don't remember what was over there, so 10 out of 10. Magdalen's lies to the gosh darn it. Alright, there's another one. Okay, hang on. What? The host of Magdalen's needs an urgent delivery of seeds, paying a pretty penny too. If I were you, I'd go to the bazaar straight away, put my mark against it. Broker in Port Avon is selling cheap seeds. So, Port Avon has cheap. I don't know how much of this is going to be recorded in the game, so I'm going to write it down. Avon lies to the north. Magdalen's is to the southwest. So that's Magdalen's. So we want to go here first, and we want to go to Magdalen's second, because we're turning in the seeds at Magdalen's. Okay, trading opportunity. Go to the bazaar using the area list on the left and accept the seeds to Magdalen's prospect. Okay, I think that's everything. We need to go to the bazaar. And we need to do seeds for Magdalen's. Magdalen's provides comfort and sympathy to the weary skyfarer. Its hosts will tell you any lie you need to hear. Some of these lies require flowers. The amenable host wants up to 3 sacks of verdant seeds and will pay 80 sovereigns. Jesus! Okay, they need 3 sacks of verdant seeds. 3 sacks. Will it write this down? I really hope so. Alright. I'll take it. I took the prospect. Excellent. Hours for the circus ringmaster. Wanted. Up to 5 barrels of unseasoned hours. Delivered to the ringmaster. Polmere and Plenty's Inconceivable Circus. The Reach. The Inconceivable Circus lies to the south-southwest of New Winchester. Please tell me it writes this down. I'm writing on an envelope from Spectrum. Alright. Well, it's... Okay, south-southeast. So the circus, right, is to the south-southeast. Nifty. But we need 5 barrels of unseasoned hours. I will accept this, but I don't have those barrels. So, yeah. Alright, let's go to Victoria Market because I need supplies. Jesus, these supplies are expensive. They're 40 sovereigns. Sweet mercy. Well, I'll buy one, I guess. I'll buy 2 of those. Do I have anything to sell? Oh, I have a sack of verdant seeds. Nifty. I have a lot of stuff. What the hecky? Ministry approved literature. Whoa. Why do I have so much stuff? Caged catch. Selection of immaculate souls. Cask of... Sweet mercy. The only thing I didn't have was supplies. Crate of nostalgic crockery. Well, hopefully I can hang on to all of this information and I'll be able to know if I'm getting it at, you know, higher than market value. Alright, let's see. Wolvesy Engine Yard, Abraham's Engineering. Alright, there's absolutely no way I can afford anything here. So let's go back to Wolvesy Station. Recruit the incautious driver. I specialize in test driving, but I'm looking for something quieter. The driver indicates a crashed engine, still smoking. Like that, without the screaming. Allow the driver to join your crew. What harm will it do? This will get you a chief engineer who will increase your iron by 6, your hearts by 2, and your affiliation establishment by 1. Ooh, that's good. I'll take it. Driver boards, eager to get started. I've recently parted ways with the Windward Company, they explain. Personally, I think a crash a week isn't so bad. They disagreed. Oh well, live and learn. This is a good idea. See your pool of officers. Speak to them by selecting their portrait. Excellent. Well, we got an incautious driver. Opportunity. The fastidious is... There's so much to see! Excuse me, Captain. A woman pushes through the crowds towards you. She is short and square-shouldered, in a neat black suit and polished shoes. She shows you the case of her pocket watch. It is embossed with a crown and hourglass of London's horological office. The body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the empire. That is awesome. I'm hoping to book passage to Port Prosper, she says, slipping the watch away. I can, of course, pay. I do like the sound of pay. Thank you. The locomotive I was on broke down following a boiler rupture. The chief engineer's fault, I suspect. A gentleman fonder of brandy than of diligence. Here, an initial sum to seal our bargain. Not that there is such a thing as north, south, east, or indeed west out here. Instead, London cartographers picked 4 of the brighter, more reliable stars visible from the Empress's new palace and named them north, east, south, and west. Londoners value familiarity. West, southwest. Prosper lies to the west-southwest of New Winchester. I really hope it's writing that down, because I'm not going to remember any of this. Alright, what does it say? What am I looking for? Oh, Prosper. I have lots to do, though. This is very exciting. Alright, fastidious inspector. Onwards. Oh, she's already paid me. Well, that's nice. Repair your locomotive. We don't really need to do that. We do need crew, though. We have 4. No, I'm sorry, we have 5. But what do I have here? Oh, the hold. Hire on some crew. For the cost of a round at the promise of days, they're yours. Your voyages have grown perilous of late. Numbers and morale are lower than they were. Today, New Winchester is abuzz with rumor. A famous tackety captain has turned tail and fled back to London. Promised a generous pension and a full pardon in exchange for selling secrets. His crew are at a loose end and under a cloud of suspicion. Will they ever find work again? Sure. Initially, the crew members are suspicious. They think you might be a journalist for the Gazette. Still, they're happy to drink on your coin, and as the night progresses, their reserve vanishes. When they arrive at your engine the next day to sign their papers, they come with headaches and nausea and the last of their things. They go to their berths, ready to make for the stars again. Yes! Your crew quality is now 10. Beautiful. We got crew, guys. And last but not least, Song of Sky looms in your mind. Where to begin? You take advantage of a quiet moment to pull out your journal. The blank page sits before you, smug and unblemished. The horror. At last, inspiration strikes. You need fresh material. That's the ticket. Go out and explore the high wilderness. Gather sky stories and tales of terror to begin the Song of Sky. Excellent. All right, let's do it. So, what? Okay, a retiring filmmaker? You've been asked to bring a filmmaker back to New Winchester from Hybris. Oh, thank God it tells me. Alright, so it lies to the southeast. Is that so? Is that what this says? Bancroft's Forum, New Winchester, Gabriel's Archive. Sweet mercy. Alright. It's huge. Huger than I was expecting. What else do we have? We have a lot of stuff in the south something. But Avon lies to the north of New... Okay, let's do the trading opportunity first. I think that's a good one. So let's go to verdant seeds from the bazaar. Purchase 3 sacks of verdant seeds from the bazaar at Port Avon. And that's to the north. 2-storylets. The fastidious inspector has a round face, brown eyes, and short dark hair. Welcome to the heavens. Let's try this one. Fastidious inspector. Okay. Begin with pleasantries. Bid her a good evening. Your locomotive is being buffeted by a boisterous stellar wind. Perhaps you could talk about the weather. I suppose it is rather gusty, she says. My work requires extensive travel. I've grown accustomed to the high wilderness's little tantrums, and your engine weathers them well. Some of the vessels I've been on couldn't even keep the wind on the outside. Fastidious, okay. Inquire about her work. What are the duties of an agent of the horological office? The wide... Okay, so discuss the reach. A sunless domain, but impossibly verdant, with gargantuan vines, cathedral-sized bronze woods, and livid fungal archipelagos. Let's talk about that. It has an uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion and the steady light of the clockwork sun. These sunless reaches are so misty and quiet. She pauses, but critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours, and enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London, even if some of it is dubious shape. Alright, ask about the hours trade, discuss suns. What happened to the Reach's sun? And London has a man-made sun. How did Her Majesty defeat the old one? Defeating suns. What? You've heard the Empress awards her favorites with gifts of years to extend their lives, and that you become rich mining for hours to satisfy London's hunger for them. Alright, literally harvesting time. That is fascinating. We warred and we won. Did I ever ask about that? I think I forgot to ask about the Winchester War. Well, we'll be back eventually, so I'll ask then. It's not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. The sun's made the law, they say. Now Her Majesty makes it. As for the Reach's sun, she looks through the window at the lightless, stirring mists. I don't know. Do suns grow old? Do they die of natural causes? I think that would probably be better than the alternative, wouldn't it? I don't know. What's the alternative? Ask for news of London. Ask about the Winchester War. Yeah, that one. There are those who feel that London is a long way away and that they do a better job of governing themselves. The frontier Wait a minute, has there been third ones? God dang it. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them tacketies for the hobnail boots that are so practical out here. And now I know what a tackety is. London, unsurprisingly, disagrees. The Windward Company earnestly represents Her Majesty's interests in the region. Sometimes they, very earnestly indeed. Tacketies call London's loyalists stovepipes. For hats, I suppose. She avoids looking at you. And you, Captain. Where do your sympathies lie? I don't know. What did she say the tacketies were? Long way away, and that they would do a better job of governing themselves. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them tacketies. Why should old rules or old masters hold sway? You feel no loyalty to either side. With London, you remember your heritage and the queen who led you to the skies. I guess I am loyal to London. Glad to hear it, she says. I probably just avoided dying. Well, inquire about her work. She sniffs. It is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in the opposite corner. How is an empire to function if it can't agree what day it is? Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than it was. The hours trade has seen to that. Okay. We could ask about the hours trade. Oh, hours have more uses than that. We use them to increase the efficiency of work worlds, to speed journeys to distant regions, to resolve overcrowding in prisons. It does make my life more difficult when time knots and stretches like wool on a loom. No, more difficult, but more vital. Her Majesty seized a great trove of them when she assumed the throne of hours, and now even more have been found in the Reach. Miners dig them from the ground. She looks momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with a modest pension of years. Myself, to prolong the better part of my retirement. Interesting. Okay. Discuss the reach. Yeah, we talked about that. Discuss Suns. Ask about the hours trade. Discuss the reach. Discuss the Winchester War. With London. Okay. I'm trying to get back to inquire about her work. And then ask for news of London. London sits in her coat of smog. Courtiers squabble at the foot of the throne of hours, hoping to receive endowments of years. Meanwhile, hard-working civil servants labor to ensure everything runs as it should. Was there a touch of archness there? All is normal. I miss her, though. There is no city like London in all the skies, and Albion is very different from the Reach. Much more civilized. Rude. Alright, bitter good evening. I think we've talked about everything. And to you, Captain, I think I shall take a cup of tea. Neat. Well, I talked to her a whole bunch, but now we need to head to the north, I think. Although we did have a crew member. We could talk to our officer, chief engineer. How do I do that? Oh! The drivers are tolerance for uneventful voyages. When not on duty, they stare through the stained glass windows as if willing excitement to ride in on a wave of disaster. When they take the wheel, the rest of the crew grip the nearest available supports and whisper quiet praise to various gods. Gamble with the incautious driver. Rumors not intended for your ears suggest the driver is running an illicit poker game. You enter the hold and find the game well underway. The driver sits cross-legged in front of a pile of freshly won sovereigns and 3 newly impoverished members of the crew. Stoker angrily throws an expensive-looking watch onto the pile of winnings and departs in a fury. Captain! Care to make a wager? How likely am I to win? Not at all. I am not gonna... No, I am... Oh, gosh darn it. Behind you, a small crowd gathers to see their captain's coin. Yeah, I didn't think so. You throw your cards down, not expecting to win. You are not disappointed. The driver barely even looks at their cards before going all in, claiming the pot with nothing more than a pair of aces. The other players glare sullenly, regretting their hesitation. I hear you used to be a test driver, says the quartermaster. The driver nods. You'd never have thought it. As a child, I loved my trains. Very ordered. A safe little space where they could go round and nothing could go wrong. It was only after the crash that What? I lost so many sovereigns. Daggone it. I suppose surviving that taught me that there was more to living than simply being alive. Welp, I lost quite a bit. Let the game continue. Yeah, this is harmless enough. The driver nods to you, idly scratching an ear. Just for a moment, you spot something green winding around their finger. What? They keep scratching their ears, even while driving. A nervous tic? Or perhaps a sickness? What? Oh, yes. The driver scratches again. It's nothing. Just a little earache, I'm sure. It comes and goes. Their knee trembles with the frustration of being pulled away from the wheel for even this short conversation. See? All fine now. The health of the crew is paramount. Not necessary, the driver protests, scratching at their ear with renewed force. A look of pain flashes over their face for a moment. Perhaps... my family knows of a specialist in New Winchester. I think father owns the building. I think I can still call in a favor. Excellent. Well, alright. So, first with the incautious driver. Alright, so I think that's everything that I can get out of that. Oh, I'm being called. Alright, so I think I'm going to end this episode here. We did a lot of reading, but hey, that's what this game is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.